Lecture 5, The Unyielding Spirit of IJN Yahagi by Lynn and Dave. This is from the World of Warships podcast. Welcome, Captains. Today we delve into the legacy of Yahagi, the Japanese Tier 5 premium cruiser, a vessel that embodies resilience and daring in both history and gameplay. Strap in as we sail into the roaring waves of the Pacific theater and battlefields of World War II. The rise of Yahagi, a light cruiser for heavy challenges. Commissioned as part of the Agano-class cruisers, Yahagi was envisioned to replace aging predecessors with cutting-edge design and versatility. Built at the Sasebo Naval Arsenal during Japan's desperate war buildup, Yahagi's sleek lines and engineering represented the pinnacle of naval ingenuity. Armed with 6 152mm guns, devastating Type 93 long-lance torpedoes, and the agility of a cheetah at sea, Yahagi was no ordinary cruiser. But she wasn't without her Achilles heel. Her armor was paper-thin, and she relied on speed and positioning to stay alive. Her journey would take her into the fiery heart of World War II's most pivotal battles, the Philippine Sea, Leyte Gulf, and her fateful final stand off Okinawa. In the storm of battle, the Philippine Sea and Leyte Gulf. In June 1944, Yahagi steamed into the Battle of the Philippine Sea, leading a destroyer division in Admiral Ozawa's first carrier striking force. The battle was chaos. The infamous Great Marianas Turkey Shoot decimated Japanese air power, yet Yahagi emerged unscathed, rescuing 570 from the sinking carrier Shokaku. Later that year, she joined the desperate Gambit at Leyte Gulf, where her squadron braved waves of U.S. carrier aircraft. The battleships Musashi sank, and Yamato reeled under heavy fire, but Yahagi evaded destruction through cunning maneuvering. She earned her reputation as a lucky survivor, but the clock was ticking. Operation 10 Go, Yahagi's last fight. By April 1945, Japan's navy was on its last legs. Yahagi joined the suicidal Operation 10 Go, escorting the mighty Yamato on a one-way mission to challenge the American fleet off Okinawa. On April 7, Task Force 58's aerial armada, 386 planes strong, descended like vultures. At 12:46, disaster struck. A torpedo ripped through Yahagi's engine room, bringing her to a dead halt. Wave after wave of aircraft unleashed fury, 6 more torpedoes, 12 bombs. Flames engulfed the ship as she capsized and sank at 14:05, taking 445 brave sailors to their watery grave. Survivors saw the burning Yamato on the horizon, moments from her own demise. The sun had set on the Imperial Japanese Navy. Yahagi in World of Warships, a high-risk, high-reward cruiser. In World of Warships, Yahagi takes center stage as a nimble but fragile Tier 5 cruiser. Mastering her gameplay requires skill, patience, and a dash of daring, just like her real-life counterparts. Strengths: devastating HE shells with high damage and a 13% fire chance. Yahagi's HE rounds bring the heat. Torpedo power: her Type 93 torpedoes boast long range and heavy damage, making them a game-changer. Top speed: at 35 knots, Yahagi is among the fastest cruisers at her tier, perfect for repositioning or escaping danger. Stealthy operations: a concealment range of 9.9 kilometers allows for ambushes and disengagements. Weaknesses: paper-thin armor, a vulnerable citadel, and weak belt mean Yahagi can take many hits. Slow reload and traverse: her main guns struggle to keep up in fast-paced engagements. Limited AA defenses. Short-range anti-aircraft capabilities leave her vulnerable to enemy planes. Tactical tips: use her speed and concealment to dictate the terms of engagement, strike fast, and reposition. Play to her strengths by focusing on HE shells and utilizing torpedoes in opportunistic scenarios. Avoid direct firefights with other cruisers. Yahagi's lack of armor and firepower makes her ill-suited for brawls. The spirit of Yahagi. Yahagi was more than a ship. She was a symbol of courage in the face of overwhelming odds. From the stormy Philippine Sea to her fiery end off Okinawa, Yahagi's story reminds us of the unbreakable resolve of her crew and the tragic cost of war. In World of Warships, she remains a vessel for players who dare to embrace her high-risk, high-reward playstyle, a ship that honors her legacy through every battle fought. Fair winds and following seas, captains, will you carry the torch of Yahagi's spirit into battle?